show. The jukebox app, one click, and you can hear your favorite artist music anytime you want. Mobile, desktop, HNIC Metro, let's go! Hey! Bringing you the best in entertainment from the basement lounge to our fam that's worldwide famous. Shining light on talent that was sold. Taking shots to success was aimless. Broadcasting overseas, can you blame us? Don't believe us, you can ask the masses, check the ratings. You can tune into the conversation. WBOKRadio.com. Encore live, so next Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. HNIC Mitchell, let's go! Call it right now and give a shout out to 712-770-4700. Access code 419-819. Let's go!
Oh, I love our intro song.
Yeah, that go hard.
I love our intro song.
There's nothing like a.
I did that joke with one of my brothers, man, and HNIC Mitchell. He was like, "Yo, let's do it. Let's rock something for the show. Let's get particular for everybody that's tuning in right now." Welcome live and direct to WBOKRadio.com Saturday night broadcast that we bring you each and every Saturday at 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time of the Encore live show, man. Bringing you the best in entertainment from around the world, from around your neighborhood, from around your region, from down your block. HNIC Mitchell, Charles Mitchell, owner of WBOKRadio.com. Big shout outs for the talent, all the blessings he be bringing to the people. As y'all know who I am, Yogi 1AO, your host with the most, young original gangster imperial, the one and only. And as always, I'm joined by my beautiful co-host. What? She ain't gonna tell the people who she is. That's horrible.
She said she in a shy mode.
Oh my. I got Marlene Mamacita rocking with us as always. She down there in Tampa, Florida. Head A&R, big in the business. 813 Famous Studios doing a thing down there. Always on the line with us. Oh, there she is. See.
Microphone complications. Like I kept trying to. Well, you know, when we come on our introduction and your little luxury song, which is awesome, and we're playing it. I like to mute my microphone because sometimes, you know, I get excited and I say things. So I muted my microphone and then I'm trying to get it off and it would not come off for nothing. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like. Problems earlier, and I'm like, are you gonna tell me that the whole show I'm gonna be on mute? I will hang up and I will go right back into here. But yes, I am back, aka Miss Music in Tampa, Florida, head music A&R of Mastery Entertainment, and also music executive VP, first lady of Alms International Music Agency in Tampa, Florida. So what's up, everybody? Hello.
WBOKRadio.com bringing big weight in on the talent side. Y'all know what it do. We about that business over here. Bringing light to the culture, bringing some blessings to the people that are participating and being a part of the culture. Man, Miss Music, I always say this, man. I don't know why people think we playing. I don't know why they think I'm playing, why they think you playing. I don't even know why they even fathom why they think HNIC Mitchell playing about finding this talent, man. It's some good work out here. It's some good work out here. We got some good artists out here that ain't getting that light, and I love my job. My job is such a blessing. I get to interact and meet and listen to music from some people from regions that have been grinding. They on their business and they got their path they on that sometimes otherwise wouldn't be heard. And you know what we do over here on the Encore live show. We ain't no put you on blast type of show. We about to go on a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go into some things that's going on in the culture as well, going on in our community as well. But I want to introduce the artists we have on this evening rocking with us. From let me introduce them properly. From originally from Torrance, California, coming to us via Dallas. I had to do that. Now you see, I got to rep.
Yeah, you got to rep Cali, baby.
He's from Cali. He lives in Texas, but he's from Cali. I got to rep the Cali. Torrance, California. Coming live and direct on the Encore Live Show with us from Dallas, Texas, man. We got Mr. Paparazzi in the building this evening.
What up? What up? What up, world? What up, y'all? Oh, nothing much, man. Excited, man. Happy to be here, man. Just feeling love, man. Feeling the excitement, man.
It's about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy. Think about this. The dang on same week that Cardi B album made her go dumb platinum, right? Cardi B just went dumb platinum. Really affecting like the culture and like how these young women and even these young men, when they approach like the hip hop game to gain success and momentum. But that same week, you on Encore Live on WBOKRadio.com.
Man, that's a blessing, bro.
We want to know about who you are. Let the people know who you are real quick. Let them rep your squad. Let them know who you are when you calling in.
What up? I'm calling in from Dallas, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Originally from Cali, like he said, man. I'm repping the Notch Head NTGN Music Group. What up, man? I'm out here live and direct, man. Mr. Paparazzi, just, happy to be here for the show the world what I can do, man. Excited up here on WBOK Radio. Getting it off. Let's do this, man.
That gets the thumbs up. Like a lot of people don't know, like live radio shows, there is the preparation process for like sound and everything, and you can't talk, like you're not supposed to talk, so that like the broadcaster can pick up the live sound. So we have to do like signals.
Yeah, exactly.
And your intro gets a thumbs up.
Thank you, man. That's perfect, man.
Mr. Paparazzi. So let's get into it real quick then, brother. So Dallas, Texas, that's where you at. So what's the atmosphere like in Dallas, Texas right now, like on the music scene, like and the grind that you're in and like what you're working to achieve? Let's get into some of that with you, brother.
Man, Dallas, Texas, man, they have a lot of talent out here, man. It's a lot of great artists out here, man. And I see us working more with each other, and that's what I'm loving since I've been out here now. The unity. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think that's the growth that comes from, and I think that's what we need to experience more of. So I can see the change in that a lot. I can see the change with the unity and everything out here in Dallas with the music movement. I see everybody really trying to expose that underground talent, to, like you were saying earlier, to show people that this talent that's out here that's missing. People don't get a chance to really show what they can do, and I love the way that everybody's using the platform now to really show what they can do to help each other and bring them together. So I see that movement going on a lot now in Dallas and everything. So I'm just happy to be involved with it and everything. My man, George Lopez, who I'm actually involved with right now, has great things moving out here for a lot of Dallas artists out here, man. So we're really getting it in, man. We getting crunk out here.
like most of the people, like it's something crazy. It's like Mr. Mitchell, like we say, finds people from all over the world. Like, I have to give, WBOKRadio.com, the Encore Live Show, while we're live right now with all 50 states tuned in right now to our dedicated listening audience. What's up, y'all? Good to see y'all back on camera again. I know y'all like the phone-in interviews, but I know it's good for y'all to see me and Miss Music's face again. We are here. It's still us. It's still our voices. It's still us. But to our 36 countries of our dedicated listening audience tuned in right now, I want to give a huge shout out to As Yet member Sean Rivera over there in Malaysia. Happy birthday, big brother.
Much love.
I hope you continue to stay blessed, continue success to you and your family. I want to come over to Singapore, but I don't know. Like where you live is nice. His like Sean Rivera from As Yet, you should see like how he is. He like normal dude, but like But happy birthday to that brother, man. Happy birthday to
happy birthday, Sean.
A part of the WBOKRadio.com and Encore Live family. Just want to make sure that we give our due credits to the people that have been a very substantial part of our growth, man. But I want to get back into something else, though. You said Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas, man. Yeah, the D-Town.
So Dallas, Texas, right? Where do you compile your sound from? Like when you put your sound together and you articulate like the sound you want, production you want to put together, like the bars, like the song structure behind it. Where does your sound come from? Like, being in Texas, like I moved to Texas from California, so like I was still listening to West Coast music. You know,
Me
I
too.
didn't listen to any new music. I was still listening to Lynch Mob
Same.
and NWA and
Me too.
you know, so I wasn't open to like I had just started learning about like UGK and you know
Right.
some of you know,
Right.
but they became a part of my regular listening group. But like
Right.
for you, like your sound and creating music, being from the West Coast, shout out West Coast in the building.
Shout out West Coast.
Shout out Cali in the building. Shout out all the Cali viewers. I'm repping for the team, Cali, Big Bear.
My homie boy Kids Crazy. I know they watching, man. Shout out, much love, y'all.
But the best are born in Cali.
That's right.
You move other places. Like I live in this region of the country. Everybody that's tuned in, and I got to shout out like where I'm at. I live in this region of the country called the DMV. So that's DC, Maryland, Virginia. So
Right.
it's like when laws get passed, before they get passed, when they want to check them out, this is like the proving ground to see. We don't want that law to go. It didn't work out well in Maryland when we implemented those. That's that. It's interesting. It'll keep you on your toes.
Yeah, most definitely.
But I'm a Cali kid. But for yourself, like in creating music in Dallas, Texas, like a lot of folks need to understand about like how big Texas has been in the mainstream hip hop industry. Like a lot of the New York artists that got on in businesses that jumped to become multi-million-dollar businesses came from the workings of a J. Prince.
That's true.
That's true. In the J. Prince family, they
they forget about
they forget about that when they talk about Texas and hip hop.
Yeah, they do.
Man.
They do. That guy's a legend.
But for you, your influence, like where does your sound come from when you're creating music?
Oh man, you know, I use a little bit of everybody, man. I grew up, like I said, like you, I grew up listening to a lot of Snoop Dogg, West Coast feel, you know, but I ended up listening to a lot of Paul Wall, you know, Houston when I came down here, and listening to a lot of, you know, UGK, Pimp C, you know, I think everybody has their own creativity, you know, so I try to blend in everything. I really just created my own sound, man. I don't even think I just go for what I feel and just created my own little style, but I try to use that soulfulness that everybody has, you know. I listen to a lot of people, so it's like I try to use everything that I hear, you know, and I just try to blend it in and create my own style with it. Yeah. So that's pretty much.
I remember I was stationed. I was in the Army for a while, and I was stationed out in the Midwest, right? And I locked in. I liked the culture. It was a little bit slower, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, money meant something and everything, but the Midwest has a very eclectic ear. Like it's like it's like some people are either West Coast or the East Coast. But I got my ear started getting a hold of these, like, because it was still box Chevys on like 24s out there, and like still 18s in the trunk. It's still like they still do that, you know? They do out there. But it was like the music that was coming out made sense with the people you were meeting, seeing, driving that. But it was a lot of chopped and screwed. So it was like my introduction to, like, you know, the Swisher House. And I listen to Paul. Like I gotta say this. I was just talking about this with some of my peoples. I had heard so many Swisher House mixtapes for years that they came out like 3-4 times a year. And we was getting them in the Midwest, and that's what you was riding to. Was them
Exactly. Swisher House.
I had listened to Paul Wall for years. Had never knew what he looked like. Never knew what he looked like. Years. And man, the first like when Mike Jones when Slim Thug went and pulling like the artists up, and then Chameleonaire jumped in the mainstream, and that brought like the Mike Jones. They was like, all right, we can go. You know what I'm saying? The doors open for Texas artists to really get this bread. They've been getting underground. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of Texas artists that speak that in their bars that like, I have money off of doing music. I have mansion. I got
mansion,
all that, but I'm just not mainstream. Like, is that something that, like, in that, because that's a culture in Texas, a very proud culture in Texas.
Yes, it is.
Do you feel that way, or are you like, all right, you know, I'll go mainstream and take it big in the industry for the town, or are you more into like, you know what, there's a lot, because I preach this a lot, because I make artists think about the value of the commodity that they are as the intellectual property of the music that makes money and creates jobs for people. There ain't no manager, there ain't no DJ, there ain't no club night with live music if there's not an artist that creates some music that blends to the culture and gets them moving and thinking.
Get some movement. Exactly. You're right. You're absolutely right about that.
But for yourself, are you like working to like mainstream, or to just, you know, crank in the underground, and not really I don't like calling it underground industry.
I know what you're saying, right?
But you know,
I know exactly what you mean.
Independent world. That's
independent, and I'm loving that. I'm the independent world
every day. This music, how am I doing? Am I doing okay?
You're good. You're good.
Okay. You're doing good.
The poor guy didn't get a breath in that one, but you know. What about that guy you were saying though? You were saying something about that dude. What was you gonna say? I'm talking about our guest tonight.
Oh, about Mr. Paparazzi.
About
the independent, being independent.
Paparazzi was about to say something. You cut him off.
Oh, he's good.
The guy he was talking about.
Well, I was going to say something about like he was asking about.
I'm just curious what was on your mind, what you were going to say.
I can't even remember. I was just listening to you. You was going with the flow.
Yeah.
I was just gonna, just answer what he was talking about the being independent world and everything like that. He good. I think the independent world is good, man. I think that it's taking over. You see a lot of people doing it, strong their creativity that they're using and everything and stuff like that. So I just, to me, it's just like I go with what comes. You know what I mean? I know marketing and exposure is important, and I've been doing it since I've been doing it on my own, and even being here right now as I speak live on the air right here right now. It just goes to show you that hard work pays off. You push yourself, and you're determined. You can make anything happen.
Let me ask you something that maybe a message you can give to like the people that like are gonna see this, and the people that are gonna tune in from like where you live, and you'll be like, no, I was for real, like live, like all 50 states,
right,
86 countries, like me, with these folks. What do you think is the biggest thing that the younger up and coming people that want to become artists that they lack? What would be a message you would tell them to pick up? Like if you could tell them like OG type talk to them, like you need to pick this up and carry this with you if this is what you want to do with yourself.
I would tell the young generation to pick up about being more professional with what they're doing. As far as what I mean is making sure everything is right on their end with this love they have for music, as far as making sure the material is copyrighted, making sure that they know they got all the songs protected. I deal with a lot of young guys that, they so ready to get the music heard, but they lack, of knowing the other importance of what's going on besides just making music. You got to realize that this is a creation, that you're creating, and you want people to hear it, which is good, but you got to understand the business side to it as well. So I try to tell a lot of young guys, upcoming artists, to always remember that and focus on that as well, because you definitely want to make sure that you have all that intact. Because when you go out public and you're exposing yourself with your music, you want to shine all across the board. You just don't want to shine as being just an artist. You got talent, but you want to show other parts of what you got going on too. Your intellect, as far as knowing the knowledge of what you need to get your stuff copyrighted, your songs, registered, and everything like that to be able to get played. And I just would tell a lot of artists and young artists coming up, I wouldn't just let them know that, because I see they lack a lot of that. So that would be my message.
If I could, Mr. Paparazzi, this just Yogi Wanna Yo. I'm but I have two words that I always say to young artists when like they might have a hot track. They might have 40, 50 people that go with them everywhere they go, and they really support them. I tell them the thing that I feel like the younger artists are lacking these days, if it's something they could pick up and carry with them, so that they can gain success and hold it, because they can get popular, but it's the difficulty in between becoming popular and prosperous.
Right.
It's like where you're popular, you can fill a room, you can fill a gym, you can fill a football field. You know, cool. Does it monetarily profit you towards the investment that you put into making that happen? And a lot of these youngins, they don't have anybody that says that to them. They just think they're going to get bread and just put the bread out.
Right.
2 words I use, I always tell them, you need to pick up some work ethic. Work ethic.
Yes, they do. Amen.
A lot of these youngins, they want immediate gratification. They don't, you know, the work ethic that it takes.
The work ethic got to be there, man.
They don't get it.
It's got to be there.
They don't get it.
That's another man. I'm glad you brought that up. That's another man.
I just said that to piggyback off of what you said.
Right.
What you said
it's a work ethic.
You know what I'm saying? But
it's a.
What you say, Miss Music?
They copycat that maybe, but yeah.
They copy.
I get it.
They got well.
Get it? That's the funnier part.
Right. They be so.
I
they be so
the
anxious.
Same kind of song he did. I don't understand why I'm not rich. He got rich.
I swear. And the next year, if I don't get famous,
right.
Stop music for the rest of my life. Yeah, you go do that, buddy.
They just gotta have the work ethic, like you said. That was a great point you made.
Overnight. No.
So like
it don't happen.
So like
it doesn't happen like that.
Right. And your come up.
Mm-hmm.
You coming up as a youngin, like to become who you are today. You know,
right?
Like you're like, okay, I'm gonna talk about your passage from Torrance to Dallas.
Right.
Like the young man you were, like the way you came up and the things that you like that are embedded in you, the things you're around, your environment,
right?
Things that influenced you. Tell us a little bit something about that. Let us know who you are. Like I want to know, because when we listen to the music, I want the people to know who they're listening to.
Yeah, exactly, and that's very important. I was growing up. I was very shy, kind of growing up, man. You know, I kind of kept my little talents hidden to myself a little bit. You know. I always was singing around the house when I was a kid and everything. But when I got to middle school, living back home in Torrance, man, I used to sing a little bit, just sing around, recess time and everything and stuff like that. I was always kept to myself. I was always kind of a guy that kept to myself. I had friends and everything, but I always was kind of a loner. Yeah, you could say that. But I would sing every now and then. And I noticed one day we was out one time playing basketball out for recess one day, and my friends, they just actually heard me singing, a little bit, and they was kind of shocked because, like I said, I never told them. So they looking like, man, you sing, and I was like, yeah. But then from there on, it's like everybody they would just spread it around the school, man. Spread it around the school that I could sing, and I was like shy, like I said before, so I wasn't trying to. Everybody would come up to me and ask me, man, sing something for me, and I'm like, oh man, I started doing it a little bit. I was kind of nervous, but then the more I kept doing it, I started getting comfortable with it. And I started realizing, like, man, wait a minute, I do have a talent here. But I just started inspiring myself even more to do it, because it's just like I knew that it was something that in me that I knew I loved and I liked. And I really didn't start really focusing and getting serious with it until I actually got to high school. And a friend of mine, his name is Keon, and he called himself Kids. We grew up, went to the same high school together in Cali. And like, he sings too, and then like we just started singing, like we were singing in the classrooms and everything and stuff like that. We would have the teacher even stop teaching because we just started singing in the classroom. So I met someone that actually liked the same thing that I did, and it kind of made me even, stronger inside. So like, okay, I can do this. He gave me that push, and even though he said that he never really was serious about singing, he was just doing it because I like to do it. But together when we did it. We started making magic, and we started seeing it happening. And, I was young. We were just happy with the crowd and knowing that people was liking what they hear. But as time went on, I started being around a lot more producers and everything. And they was, critiquing me. And they, I tell a lot of people also too that, you got to always listen sometimes, because it can only make you stronger, and that's the reason why I'm able to be more successful like what I am now and stronger as an artist, because I listen. And, I take that very well, because I just want to be the best at what I'm doing, and it shows, because I wouldn't be right here talking with you. So I just made sure I listen.
Don't Don't tell nobody you on the radio, man. They're gonna hate on you.
Oh, really? Oh, man. But
Don't tell them that all 50 states are looking at your face and seeing how you're doing right
But I love y'all, man.
Don't tell them there's like 30 plus countries paying attention to what you're saying right now, brother. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them
that. Don't hurt their feelings. Well, I'm just, I feel that we all are special in every way, man. I hear a lot, like you were saying earlier, a lot of talent out here, man. And everybody I hear some people that just like, man, you need to get heard. And it's just so, even to here where I'm at right now, here back home here in Dallas, where I'm living now, I listen to a lot of people every day. Trap Boy Freddy, Yellow Beezy, Big Tuck, and all these guys. We're strong, man. They're hungry. We're all hungry, and I can see, that's what I'm saying, the movement that everybody's doing, man. And I just say if we continue to keep pushing, stay united, it's gonna happen.
See, like, as an MC, when people talk about showing love and people talk about being humble and everything else like that, right? It's something that I think infected the culture that has, like, the youngins acting out, and the way that the youngins are acting out, that's how the culture is being perceived now. And I always talk about the OGs. Like, there was a time where you got checked. If you were young and you were out there, your mom and daddy ain't had to be out there with you. The OGs was out there, and they would check you. They would make sure you didn't make bad decisions as a young man.
Exactly. Real talk. I know exactly what you mean.
Like, through the years, that start dissipating from the community.
Right.
The OGs start worrying about the bag. Like, getting that bag, get that mortgage right, get that retirement right.
Exactly.
Get that private school right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but it left the youngins out there without that type of perception of future.
Right.
So they start living more and more immediate.
Yeah, true.
And now that's how some people perceive the culture of hip hop and how hip hop influences the community.
Yeah, that's true.
And
that's true.
That's why I say, like, it's not that. It's just they're young.
That's true.
And this is
I don't knock them for that at all.
This is an open market in a country that has so many rights. You can say whatever you want. You can.
Right.
This is a country where you can get bread off of saying the most ignorant
stuff in the way. That's true.
Benign.
That just falls into being themselves. But
when I hear like what's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Paparazzi. He is live, his first time ever joining, and welcome to the WBOKRadio.com family, the Encore Live family. Welcome to the jukebox. Welcome to the apps. Welcome to everything that comes with WBOKRadio.com, brother. I want the people to understand about, like, the humbleness. Like, this is his brother's time. And he shouted out a rack of artists from his area that he believes are talented and deserve to be recognized. But this time is for him. That's humbleness. That's that OG in you. I gotta be quiet for a second because I do this thing because I'm a Gemini.
My daughter's a Gemini.
I gotta let. This is how the DMV's feeling about this brother right now. But I gotta let them know how Tampa, Florida is feeling about this brother right now. Miss Music, please take the stage.
I wanna put music on. You know me, and boogie.
You ready to get up and boogie?
Get up and boogie.
Remember, Miss Music, please remember we're working for censorship and FCC. We're working to get those. Cause okay, okay, you know what? You want to hear the music? I'm gonna just play the music because sometimes, Miss Music, please don't.
I'm gonna get my boogie on, man. Play them tunes.
Okay, I'm gonna play
DJ. You play my.
Hey. I'm you know what? I ain't gonna do this. I ain't gonna do this no more. I'm gonna delegate authority. Hey, Mr. Paparazzi, will you please introduce your song X-Ray on the Encore Live show so I'm not responsible for this?
What's up, world? It's Mr. Paparazzi, and you're live on WBOK Radio. This is my song. Hope y'all like it.
That was great. You did good. I like that. I like the confidence. Let's rock.
Thank you.
X-Ray. WBOKRadio.com. The Encore Live Show. Yo, you one of yo, man. Worldwide premiere. Let's get it. Get it. Get it.
Sit right on the sofa. I need some time to think. I can't focus sober. My homie calls me. Say Kim's not where she's supposed to. Man, what you mean? I saw her in a Rover. She was going to the movies. Man, what is she doing? I thought y'all were coolin'. Yeah, man, I knew it. Got packs of her doing like a shanty. She's stupid. But thanks for telling me. I got all the proof I need. I'm making my own plans. I ain't got no time playing with romance. You think I got my whole hands with the one that I look at elsewhere? Some people just don't care. They don't people I'm listening to this in the shower. No, man. It's amazing the faces that you made to me. So many places I never thought I'd ever see. I had these visions of living in my wildest dreams. How can the one that I love bring me misery? See, you're a lethal weapon, any glove. I'm about to burn some rubber. You get no chances, no more financing. I try to give you my heart, but you simple like some Mountain Dew. That's how they treat me. That's how I see the truth. It's in you. My girl had me like the Allen crossover, hard in the beat. I really thought I knew her. Who's texting me? Who's texting me? Man, who can this be? Man, who can this be? It's my homemade tweet. My homemade tweet. It leaves me with the message so I can run in the streets. I know. So sneak with all of this crowd. Tired of the way that she act. Stay ain't holding me back. I'm making my own plans. I ain't got no time playing with romance. You think I'm a whole hands with the one that I love looking elsewhere? Some people just don't care. They don't rip out your heart, they don't play fair. I'm listening to this in the shout out. No.
Mr. Paparazzi. X-Ray. Worldwide.
X-Ray song.
WBOKRadio.com, the Encore Live Show. HNIC Mitchell. Yo, you one of yo. Miss Music. We live in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Worldwide right now. We live, baby. Yeah. That X-Ray. Hey, yo. Miss Music.
Like I said,
You go first. You go first.
I was loving it. That was banging. Like the beat was amazing.
Thank you so much, man.
The thing was amazing. It was entrancing. I loved it.
Oh, this music, thank you so
I'm
much.
so glad I bothered him to press the damn play.
Oh man, I'm glad you loved it, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I know.
That sounded incredible,
I'm
man. I was
sorry.
just over there rocking to myself like I never heard it before.
Where's the links that we can find you at? Like,
Oh, the links up. I'm on Instagram. You can find me at I'm on YouTube. All you got to do is X-Ray is actually not out yet. That's actually coming out on Changing the Script. There's an EP coming out.
Miss Music, get it, or I'm gonna grab it if you don't grab it.
okay.
Hey,
But you got some,
WBOKRadio.com, the Encore Live Show premiered first time ever live on air worldwide and across the globe. In all 50 states that are tuned in right now, and all of our 30 plus countries that are tuned in, this is the first time ever hearing Mr. Paparazzi's.
that's right.
X-Ray. He hasn't given this to anybody else. This is the first time y'all heard this.
First time.
Now, remember when you hear it again and remember the first time you heard it. The first time you heard it was live and direct video. You see me. You see Mr. Paparazzi. You see Miss Music. You know where H&IC Mitchell at. We're the first ones. I just had to say that. Okay, I'm going to be quiet again, Miss Music.
First one.
I had to grab the plug. It was you can't hang the plug right in front of me. I ain't gonna grab it. That's on the record now. I'm gonna be quiet again, Miss Music. Mr. Paparazzi, y'all go.
Y'all go. Miss Music, I appreciate it. I'm glad you loved it, man. Glad you liked it. It's actually I'm glad you did, man. And I'm, I had to send it, man. I had to send it so you guys can hear that. It's gonna be everywhere though. It's gonna be on iTunes.
Thanks.
Everywhere. It's gonna be on every digital.
It's only gonna be everywhere.
Definitely everywhere. Definitely everywhere.
Hey, Miss Music, I gotta say something. Because this brother,
Yes, you know.
He's so humble. Like I don't think he understands what it means when we say welcome to the WBOKRadio.com and Encore Live family.
I think I do.
You know.
I know.
Oh, confident.
Like
you can feel it.
The WBOKRadio.com and Encore Live family, we have a network of people that aren't just artists, that aren't just MCs, that aren't just radio personalities, but are people that have like 30 plus years in the entertainment industry, being a part of the business and success of artists. And you're a part of that family now. Like there's a resource.
I appreciate that, man.
There's a resource group opened up to you, and we got I gotta do it. I gotta do a little bit of a plug. Mr. Mitchell might be mad because he don't like when I talk about other people when I have an artist. But we got it. But it is a group of people and a man that gives us a lot of support and brings us dope artists, and it's been on his business for 30 plus years. Apprenticed through Quincy Jones, but Mr. Angelo Ellerby from Double Exposure Media.
Oh wow!
You need to look him up. Double Exposure Media.
I sure will.
Exposure Media. You need to look him up, Mr. Angelo Ellerby. This dude is, and he's like him and Mr. Mitchell are like cool. And then I got to meet him and interview him. We got to have him on too.
You're right.
I'm sitting there talking to him like I don't even know what this dude, But he he has that real OG spirit to him. Like his whole purpose is just to bless us. That's it. That's his
amen.
That's his goal. To just work to bless more brothers that are on their business, on their map. But okay,
that's beautiful, man.
That was just one little plug. So I'm gonna be quiet again.
Okay.
So you doing this music and talk because I've been doing all the talking and I do that a lot.
Right.
I gotta let Florida have some time here too, which is
that's right.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay. Look at Miss It's going to be everywhere though. They're going to be able to get that song everywhere.
It's definitely gonna be everywhere. I mean, I said
everywhere, every digital platform store, every store you can go download it and pop it in your.
And what else? Pop it in.
Put your earbuds on and put your earbuds on and jam away.
Some babies probably being made off that track.
That's my goal. See, I like that. That's good. It means I'm getting into the soul. I told you. Hey, look, Mr. Paparazzi, before we went live on there, I told you. I said, you sitting there talking to Miss Music. She a very nice lady, ain't she? Yeah, but I told you, I said, be careful.
Baby,
you did. You did. Wow. You did. You gave me a warning. But what? When we talk about
keep opening the door for me. He said, sit back, relax, jam it in. Yeah.
All right.
Right.
I'm sitting right here. The whole audience is sitting right here. Okay. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's why Miss Music on this joint, because she gives I give a very raw, like MC Music dude perspective of things.
They probably missed it like a minute ago.
Industry female perspective of things, and she raw the way I'm raw, but she go.
Yeah, she got in. She got right to the point. That's what's up, though.
I can't say stuff like that.
It's good to be direct. It's good to be direct.
I can't say stuff like that. I got sponsorships.
I always gets it in. You
should, now that you're on, you should look through something,
baby.
Look up people like you like growing up, or like coming up to the game, and look and look.
Have their clean water back.
Mr. Mitchell, HNIC Mitchell, Lifeline, pineapples. On some real, man. I really.
Does Flint have clean water again?
Oh. Wow. What?
I'm in a different world right now. I'm in a different zone right now. Just listening to that song.
You say something like that, then I feel so like I'm like, wow, when you said that, because like that is a crisis. You know what I mean? But
the next track,
I am drinking like a glass. And she's like, no, don't go negative with the vibe. You want to hear the next track? Are you sure? Are you sure you're ready to? I'm Miss Music. I don't know, because I think this track, like you and Mr. Paparazzi with this track, y'all gonna collab on. I already see it. WBOKRadio.com, fam. Like, hey, yo, I want y'all to comment or scroll through all the social media about this next track, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong. If y'all don't think that Miss Music will want to collab with Mr. Paparazzi on this track, we're gonna have Florida and Dallas in the building going down. I'm telling you. All right, look. Let's bring it together. We live, baby. We gotta bring it together. Okay. Mr. Paparazzi, will you please do us the privilege and honor of introducing your track Black Widow to the WBOKRadio.com family?
With pleasure. What's up, world? This is Mr. Paparazzi, WBOK Radio. This is my next track, Black Widow. Bam! I hope y'all like it.
WBOKRadio.com.
Man, what's the fuss about? We can work it out. There's no reason to call it the demons. Giving me reason that Black Widow sleeping. Swear that the country giving it's all emotional. Feeling in my veins, thinking that you change. Black Widow's your name.
Black lipstick with the curse of ivory body adorned in rose, but yet you get inside of my mind. I came home to my palace, golden chalice. My chandelier holds nothing but jewels to be used by beautiful fools of misguided principles. She only care about that Gucci logo. Ferrari dreams of camera lights and flashy things never accounted to me. Cause my temple protected by divine place. So walk the ways will be the last sunrise you ever see.
Yeah, talking loud, man to man, what's the fuss about? We can work it out, there's no reason to call it the demons, giving me reason that Black Widow sleeping. Swear that it's it's all emotional, feeling in my veins, thinking that you change. Black Widow's your name.
So you know from dark, you like to in my heart. When you saw that I ain't coming, most of y'all, you turn your heart on your family. Will be loving me, waiting me, so I'm passing time to let you mark. Burn me, I'ma catch me when your venom's in my veins. I might get dizzy, feeling strange on my flat line when you take over me. But you won't make it through the day, so what you can, calm emotions down. You ain't really gonna get too loud, cause words will turn to murder. Which is spiritual, I'm rolling. Yeah, talking loud. Man, the man must have found out. We can work it out. There's no reason to sleep. All in the papers, giving him reason that black widows keeping. Swear that he's torturing shit. He's all emotionally feeling my baby, thinking that you change. Black widows can make black widows can make.
WBOKRadio.com. The Encore live show. We live, baby. That's Black Widow, Mr. Paparazzi, Torrance, California. We hollering at him right now via Dallas, Texas, where the brother calls his home. That was Black Widow. Miss Music. I said it before the track because I have the privilege of hearing like a lot of indie artists out there that think that their music isn't heard by like radio personalities and like radio stations. I have a lot of homework. I listen to a lot. Like people ask me if I heard the new Jay-Z, I'm like, nope. I ain't. You hear the new Kanye track? Nope. I listen to indie music. That's But I heard this already. But when we were gonna play it, Miss Music ain't heard it yet. So this is her first time hearing it, and like when her hearing it, I knew when I heard the joint, I was like, when Miss Music hear this joint, she's gonna be like, "Yo, Black Widow, yup, I'm about to get on that joint." Watch what happened. Go ahead, Miss Music. Go ahead, tell them how you feel about the track.
Nah, definitely. I like the beat was like I like his instrumentals hot. I like stuff like that, different things, you know what I mean?
Different, right?
And flip my own crap too. Yeah, I'm like that. I be doing that a whole bunch.
You said you went with it?
I said I be taking a beat like that and then flipping it and putting my own styles to it and make it sound really hot.
Oh yeah,
that's it. That's
taking his,
and I made that
instrumental. Then a whole nother ball game, different whole nother way. Like you wouldn't expect that to be on there, fit, but yet he made it fit for me.
Right. And I'm glad, and I like to be different, strange, So that beat was, I don't know, it was wicked. So it had that Black Widow feel to it.
But so you have to take yourself and put yourself outside the box. You have to open Pandora's box sometimes.
But see, the reason why like when I was listening to it, I thought of a lot of different artists. You know what I'm saying? I thought of a lot of different artists. But like Black Widow automatically to me is like to have like a male influence of a track, but then have like a female artist to like put something on it that's not commercial.
Right.
Like if it's fluid from a female MC or a female songwriter to like get on a track like that, like some, like if you listen to some of Miss Music's music,
probably
you be like, yeah, Black, because she be going in like, yeah. I feel bad for any dude that does her wrong. Like it's bad, like because she won't just like cut them off of their business, but then like she gonna make a track about you and then make money, which you know what I mean. And it's but Black Widow,
no,
she
could
like Black Widow with that vibe of Black Widow. I could see Miss Music like just doing like the poetry snaps in the booth.
Yeah, right.
I know, right? Going back to the old school stuff.
I could see. I would love to do. I could see a video really good for that song, man. That's
what inspired that song? Like, what made that song come about?
Oh man, that song right there. I mean, I've experienced. Okay, you know, as me being a guy, you a guy too. You know, we experience a lot of things with.
I'm just Yogi one of y'all.
We experience a lot of things with, you know, women.
And I just like to rap.
That's what I said.
I just like to.
That's what I said.
That song was just. That song, it just came out of nowhere, man. It's just like I just wanted to give a feel of like, you know, you don't have to be so stressful all the time. You know, it's like you just release it, just let it go. You know, you can see something when someone is getting stressed out, confused. So that song right there just had that meaning, and when I was making that beat, it just what I was listening to. That's what came out, and just man, I just had to go on and drop it because I'm like, okay.
Hold on, you said you made the beat.
I could like in honest critique, like the song structure, I really dug it. I could tell it was very organic. I could tell it was heartfelt. Like it wasn't something commercial.
Right.
It wasn't.
Yeah, but did he just say he made the beat?
Yeah, but that's like where I wanted to like put honest input. Like I could tell that the track behind the beat, I could tell that you made the song.
Right.
That's what made the song good to me, was that it wasn't polished. You know what I'm saying? The wordplay and the vocals were polished, but for the track to be unpolished, I felt like
exactly
it
right.
The song together better because of the message in the song. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But, exactly.
And
that was kind of fresh. And you're right though, correct? That beat was it was like actually I was still on there like a little rough draft pattern. I was just still kind of in the middle of school and was still working up a track, and I had to actually make that track for a project.
But see what I'm saying? Like I be like everybody that be tuning in us, they be like, Yogi, you wrong. If I was like, yo, that track was a fire track, son.
Oh no, you didn't see. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm glad. I love that.
You need to get a hold of like Swiss Beats, Timberland, Kanye, and like whoever does all the Florida beats.
Right. That's it.
Sit down and have a collab and just, oh my God,
go nuts.
I wasn't gonna say that. I'd be lying. Like I don't boast.
And I appreciate that, man.
I don't boast artists, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's good work, then I let people know it's good work. Like that's good work right there. It tied together well. Like to me, if it was kind of like, okay, in comparison, I'm gonna give a quick comparison. The first time anybody ever heard The Letter to My Son by what's the artist's name? John Bryant. I can't remember his name, but he did a remix of Letter to My Son with CeeLo Green.
Mm-hmm.
When he did the organic track, when it was just him like in his basement studio, like he had the little recording booth underneath the stairway that he had eggshells and everything in. But he recorded that like raw. He sampled, he knew how to like put samples into the track, but like he like put it all together himself, not being a producer. And he just went from his heart. And the track itself just took off. It took off because it was so organic. And that's what I like about that last track. It was organic. It wasn't polished to try to have people like it. It was just what you had to say over what you created. And I don't like it.
Right.
But Miss Music, tell them what Florida think about it, because we on like opposite side. Me and Miss Music, like I'm up here in like the DMV, and she down there in Florida. She closer to Texas than I am. But go ahead, Miss Music.
Florida. But anyways, yeah, Florida. Florida does its own thing. Yeah, half of Florida listens underground, half of Florida listens to commercial. And like I said, I'm vibing with it. I listen to the commercial, So I like having something that sparks my ear, that's look for.
Right.
Um, Deliveries. I like the feelings that songs give me. I'm feeling like Encore.
Um,
Yeah, like
Very
it is what
different,
it
I know.
is. But yeah, you got my ear, so you got my attention. So it's like okay, I've heard of some. I want to hear some more. What else you got? And keep that
Oh,
mobility with people that you interact with. They will
right.
definitely become your fans,
And
and
I
as long as you
appreciate
have
that.
their ear open, feed them. It's like them having their mouth open. Like,
Right.
feed me,
see,
and
Miss
give it to
Music,
them.
please don't. You can't.
Yeah, that's right. That's some great advice. I appreciate that, man.
Definitely.
Some
No,
knowledge.
And just remember that, yeah, maybe some people in Florida might not like you, to them, you know what I mean? But the people
Oh,
that
right.
do are gonna listen, and the people that do are gonna be like, call their friends up and be like, "Hey, you heard that new joint by so and so on the internet? Hey, you heard that
Right.
new joint by so and so?" Or they go and they take your put it out there, and people see so and so, you
It,
know. So
right. That's how it happens.
yeah, travel fast with the word of mouth and the spread of it internationally. So just keep on your
Eh,
game. I think you're going the right way,
I appreciate it. I
and
sure will.
good job,
Thank you.
good job.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Matter of fact.
Hey, hey, put it like this: if you ever have a song that hits platinum, you ain't gotta pay nobody if it's your beat.
That's right. That's true. That's why
Copyrights,
you're right about
royalties,
that.
none of that crap, man. I'm telling you, I know I do the same thing. I make my own beats. People don't know that.
Man, wow. That's man. That don't
Not all
surprise
of
me.
them,
That don't
but
surprise me.
yeah,
now,
not all of them,
now,
but I do
now,
make mine.
I'm a testament. I'm a testament to the other side of it. Like I have this ongoing thing. Like I have this ongoing thing with one of my like longest standing like personal producers. Like that's what he does. Like he
Right.
plays instruments. He knows all the like I don't know all the computer systems and all that when it comes down to like track creation and studio sound and all that. Like I try to be really humble when I go into a studio and just like, nah, I'm just here as the MC. You guys go ahead and turn all the knobs and stuff. I'll just sit there until you tell me go. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's not my job, and I didn't go. I know I'm
Let
not.
them handle that.
Yeah, I'm not working to be the best person to like. It's an important part of the process, but I'm not a part. That's not my interest. That's not where my
Right.
talent lies. But it's like as you grow and creating music, you're gonna become more involved in the process of with your sound.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
that's one of the most important things. People that have good songs that they made, right? That's cool. You have a good song that you made, but does that song reflect the sound of the person that you are and the rest of the music that's going to catalog behind the song that got everybody's attention?
Yeah,
You know,
true.
and I think that some artists like, and this is my okay, and I gotta say, I'm gonna say this live on air. It's going down, Mr. Mitchell. I'm not gonna say anything bad. I won't do that. But I think that the word like winner has been expanded too far, stretched out, and watered down too much. I think that too many people think that they're winners. I think that
Mm.
when people use the word artist, I think that that's been watered down and stretched out too much. It's like if you like to my like for me, if you say to me that you're a music artist, if you say you're an MC, I understand what you're saying. I can understand that language. I understand that path, that math, everything else like that. But when people come to me and like for like resources or like, hey yo, who do I go to or who can like really do this and do that, I direct them to like industry people because everything they rap about, everything they send me says that that's what they do. And if you come to me directly and say,
Right.
hey man, I'm tired of all this and that, I know I'm a beast, and then they find out that you got to do a lot more. You got to be a lot more. You got to wear more than one pair of shoes for it to be yours, but to occupy a sound. All the people that have made it have a sound. If you don't have a sound, if you're just making music because you can rap, then it's going to be a little bit, your path is going to get, you're going to hit the wavy line. It's going to get delusional for you. You're going to think, oh, I'm about to be a star, but you don't have a sound. You don't have a backing. You don't have like a catalog of music to follow through with and everything in line. And down there in Dallas, I've noticed, you're going to love this segue. You're going to be like, damn, that was hard. Down there in Dallas, like in Texas in general, like right around Dallas, like Kenesaville, but the whole area, like Texas in general, the mentality is a little bit different, and I think that some artists and some artists, like to me, you can't call yourself an artist, a music artist, if you can't read and write music. Like I can read and write music. I want to give a shout out to all the band geeks. Everybody that got made fun of for getting A's in band for learning how to read and write music. And one of my greatest accomplishments is putting out an album that actually had score sheets to it. So a band can play the songs, the music, the rap, the song that I made. You put score sheet to it. That's an accomplishment to have. That's like one of my things with being an MC. Is like my music continues on. I'm not as unattractive. I'm not saying that the brother is unattractive. I don't do the judging of brothers, but like, if I can have like the longevity of like one song like Bismarck he has, I'm with that. But for yourself in Texas, it's this thing about being different. That's the standout of like Texas artists. It's like y'all got like y'all. I mean, they say California is the biggest state, but like
Texas is a big state, man.
Texas is big as I don't know what. It takes like I don't understand. If you go from like the eastern tip of all the way straight across, you're spending like at least 2 days in Texas. 2 days you're gonna be in Texas.
Texas is a big state, man.
There's a whole bunch of nothing in there. It's just land. It's open. Like
When
you see that sign that say 39 miles until next gas station, you might want to go fill up and check your fluids.
That's right. He's definitely not lying. But it's a good state.
What's some of the things that you feel like in the hip hop culture and the performing arts culture? As because I try to get a little professional with it, you know what I'm saying? Because we're working to be entertainers. So it's like we're all working for a job, and the better that we do at our job, then the better audience that we engulf, and that's what we do our work. But in the Texas area, in the Dallas, Texas area where you're at right now, what do you think is like one of the biggest things that helps artists propel, and one of the things that artists don't pay attention to in your region?
Well, what I think what helps them propel is actually, I'm gonna just say this. It may sound funny, but
this is Mr. Paparazzi on WBOKRADIO Encore live show.
WBOK, that's right.
Say what, Mr. Paparazzi, you speak your mind, sir.
Well, I think it's the attire. I think like how I look at a lot of Texas artists, how like different how we wear the style of how our haircuts are, how the way what the haircuts. People look at that, and little as I said, that draws attention to people. They look at it's more than just your music, what you're saying, even though that is important, but they also look at your style, look at how you look, your appearance, how your swag is, and down here in Texas, they wear the shags, a little bit, and I think that draws a lot of attention too, especially if you're dope and everything and stuff like that. So I think that plays a lot of part with a lot of success and what's going on, because they look at the total package of everything. So
I
I think that's a part of the culture, like you were saying. It's
I'm like when I talk about it being a part of culture, I don't think that some artists understand, like people that are striving to have substantiality in entertainment via the avenue of hip hop or via the avenue of just public entertainment. Okay.
Right.
I don't think that some artists understand in our day and age that the entertainment has become the news of the younger generation.
Yeah, right. Yes, it has.
If you perpetuate, because of your position in entertainment, if you perpetuate ignorance and like drug abuse and that the dollar is more important than a family, if you start to direct the values, that's how the younger culture is going to develop. Because let's be honest, these 12 and 13-year-olds ain't tuning in to CNN to see what's going on in the world. They're on their phones getting the latest download of your newest song.
That's true.
This music's newest track. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they perceive the environment that they're in.
That's true.
You know,
because I have kids and that's what they're doing every day. So, like you said.
God. Oh, it's difficult. Like Miss Music. This is something that we could talk about as a community, because this is something that doesn't happen.
Right.
Something that doesn't happen too much. People don't talk about like the community of entertainers, like where myself as an MC, radio host, Miss Music as an MC. She does a whole bunch of stuff, like a whole bunch of stuff.
It shows. I can see that.
She's like a living color Jamaican in the entertainment industry. She has like 80 different. She has like 8 different like slots that she checks off as far as what she does.
Right, I can tell.
And now I attach my resume, you know. But a lot of people don't go into about what it's like to be an entertainer and to be a person that gains momentum and that knows what it feels like to have that momentum, but still who you are as a person. Like you as a person, like not the MC, not Mr. Paparazzi, but I ain't gonna say your government unless if you want to, that's cool. But I ain't gonna put the government out there, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
How that person is after he gets through with a radio interview, he comes home from the studio, he comes home after he did like 2 or 3 shows in like one day, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, you got your kids at home, you got your function, you got your life, you got your goals. Like, what's that like for you right now? How do you balance all that? Is it more than the other?
No, it's actually, I got it balanced pretty well. You know what? Because I just, you know, to be honest with you, what makes it easy, because I pray about it and I give it to God. And, you know, I said, Lord, just give me the strength to, you know, balance it out and everything. And he works it out. I'm actually at my daughter's house right now as I talk to you guys live on the air. So, you know,
Hi, daughter.
She just went downstairs.
Hi, daughter.
And they just looking at me, just looking at just like, you know, our kids, they just excited. And so that just lets me know I'm proud of myself, because of the way I can balance everything out. Of course, doing this and being here. I actually had a radio interview even earlier before this. So it just, man, I'm just excited, just smiling. I just can't stop smiling.
Great day.
Having a great day, man. And y'all just made it even more greater, man. You know.
What's up, man? You definitely made my day a little bit better, man. Like,
I'm glad I did.
Like, it's one of the things. It's one of the things over here, man, that we do on the Encore live show is to get more personable with the artist, so that people are more. The music will gain the interest of the person, but if they know the person behind the music, it draws.
Yeah, exactly. That's very important.
Why they're putting the product out there.
You absolutely right. That's very important.
But
because they want to know who you are.
Yeah, like
they want to know who you are.
I have to do this. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be huge. Miss Music, what do you feel about this artist right now?
You know, I say, you know, I'm the type of person. If I'm got my ear open, I want to hear more. So I'm absorbing. Amen. So I'm like a big fat. And I just
She just absorbing, listening.
I'm
She listening.
thirsty. I'm real thirsty. I want to drink.
Oh man.
I want to drink that
See,
music. You know what I'm
see,
saying? Like,
I told you before we went
I
live.
have to
Yeah,
taste it, feel it within my pumps, you know? So,
we got to keep it. You know what that means? We got to keep feeding her.
So,
Got to keep feeding her.
Mr. Paparazzi,
yeah, like
Let's
if it ain't moving me, I ain't really listening to it. I'm a different type of music or like I said, I'm underground.
Amen.
I mean,
Hey, nah, say no more. I understand. She thirsty. She listening. She want to be fed.
that good water right now. And that good water right now. Mr. Paparazzi, I want you to take a minute, man. I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to think about everybody you want to shout
that's what
out
I'm
with your
saying.
worldwide broadcast live, with people being able to see your face, be able to
Right.
put a face behind the voice, and be able to put a face behind the music, and have some time to be able to sit down with you, like in such a humble environment, and like just sit down, chop it up with you, like. Think about them shout outs, man. I want you to go through your shout outs, man. Take your time, brother.
Now she will, man. It's so many, man. You know. First of all, I want to take the time to shout out to Miss Nicole, Miss Nikki, making this happen right here. It's my boy Rodre. Yeah, oh man, it's just so many, man. It's
You did right.
man, everybody, man. I mean, my father for always installing me to never give up. You know,
Ooh.
I want to give a shout out to my kids, my son and my daughters. For just being there for me, showing the love, and they just keep me smiling every day, keep me moving. Shout out to all my friends, everybody that supports me, man. That tells me to keep pushing, that tells me that I have a vision, and that tell me I have the talent. And I love you guys for that, man. I know you guys are watching. Cautious, everybody, shout out, man. Monica, all you guys, I love y'all. Man, and foremost, shout out to you guys, man. WBOK Radio, man.
I'm just,
This
Salute.
this music. NHIC, Mr. Mitchell, I appreciate you guys, man.
hey, Mr. Mitchell's a monster, man. Like,
Yes, he is. Yes, he is, man. And just this has been great, man. This is a huge blessing.
he doesn't.
Just for someone like you, just to be live, like you said, just on the air, miss music, listening to me, critiquing me, man. That's a blessing, and that's joyous for me, even right there. So I'm happy, man. I'm in like a little kid at a candy store, man, right now.
And you got to talk to Yogi one of your lives.
Yogi,
I'm important too.
Yeah, I was gonna get to you. I can't leave you out, Cali, man. My boy from the same. How can I leave you out, man? We Cali bound.
Cali in the building.
But no, I appreciate your honesty too, man. I appreciate you keeping me strong, and I appreciate you liking the music. But I appreciate at the same time you being honest and real with me, seeing the vision I have and my talent, and keeping it real with me, man. That makes me stronger, and that's one of the reasons why I've gotten far now.
I've been on this thing with like the youngins, as I have a lot of people that I know that are their children are starting to like get to high school graduation, and they're following goals, and they're driving. I mean, I got a rack of homeboys and homegirls that are driving their kids all over the Eastern Seaboard for like colleges. And
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, and when I talk like the youngins, they're like, "Hey, mom, don't you know Yogi?" And they're like, "Hey, could you send my son like a personal happy birthday?" And I'm like, "Yo, rumble, young man, rumble."
There's one more shout out I want to give too.
Handle it.
There's one more shout out I want to give too, and that's to my bro, Kevin Jackson. Also to my baby mama, Paris Jones.
Oh,
Both of my baby mamas, man. Man. I have to, man. I got to.
respect. Hey, live on air. With the time with 50 states tuned in 30 plus countries.
They put up with me when I was hard headed, man. I have to give them a shout out.
No, you go ahead and finish that shout out.
Let me go and finish that shout out, man.
That's some grown man business right there.
That's some grown man business. You know, y'all know I was hard headed, y'all, but y'all, y'all stayed, you stuck with me. Learned a lot from y'all. And I love both of my baby mamas. I love them very much, man. And I wouldn't be the man today, if I didn't experience what I experienced with the life situations with them, man. And I'm man enough to say that right now. So, Kevin Jackson, my bro, man, I love you too, man. He's always been supportive of me, man, and telling me, man, you need to be heard. And so I had to give him a big shout out to you, man. Love you, bro. That's it.
Man, ladies and gentlemen.
Ew.
Yeah, that's some grown man right there. On this platform, that's some big things right there. And
I appreciate that, man.
Cry.
It's from the heart, man. It's real.
Like everybody, like not everybody, but there's people in every state and like other countries that are like tuned in to your whole interview, man. And that's a very humble thing to do. Like, first of all, shouting out other artists around where you live. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate that shine on this platform. And then to humble yourself and like, I can tell what kind of brother you are, man. I can tell.
Thank you, man.
Oh, no, I can tell.
I just no other way to be. Just be me.
I know. But,
man, it's been fun, man. It's been a great day, man. That's
the most important thing. If you're not doing something that you love to do, then let it go.
Yeah, exactly.
And that goes with
exactly,
a lot of different things in your life. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a cycle of
true message, man.
If you're in a cycle of doing things because it's just a cycle of what you do every day, but you don't like it, but it's just something that you do and then you complain about it afterwards.
Right.
Let that shit go. Replace
brother.
Replace that time with the energy of complacency and the energy in doing that, and it's something that you do like to do, something that is good for you, and that makes you feel good about what you do with yourself.
Exactly.
And it has this little crumb at the finish line, this little piece of bread. Like when somebody like break off the crust of the bread,
right?
They put that little piece of crust at the finish line, but that's your goal is to get the crumb. It's not because the crumb will nourish you; it's because that's the prize.
That's the prize.
The prize. You ain't even worried about the whole piece of bread. You just want that crumb. Work that way through all of your steps and accomplishment.
I sure will, man.
Never fail. You will never
appreciate that, man.
But
appreciate that advice, man.
I gotta give some shout outs real quick. We gotta wrap things up. Mr. Mitchell, he ready to go do like radio owner.
Right. No, he got a lot of things to do.
Mr. Mitchell,
he's something, I know.
He ain't HNIC Mitchell for nothing.
I know.
Ain't that right? Like everybody see us all the time, they think we bad, but Mr. Mitchell, like you do not want to play with that man. I promise. Like,
I got the feel. He's a good guy though.
Let me sum this up real quick.
This is fun, man.
Today, so I always tell people sometimes for some people it's their first time ever doing a radio interview, and for some people that do radio interviews, they might do a radio interview like on a station that's in the town in the major city that they live in. And they feel like it's a big deal because it's the radio station of where they live. So you get on there, then it's on. But they don't understand the perspective of our radio show. And this radio station, we are worldwide. Like every radio station can if you go live on Facebook, people in Bangladesh can tune in.
Yes, it's true.
If they want to. Encore Live, right? Encore Live and WBOKRadio.com. When we say all 50 states and 30 plus countries, like right now, when Encore Live comes on, we don't even translate the broadcast for some people to even understand what we're saying. Shout out to the countries that are still tuned in. We love you all too. Love, blessings, you know what I'm saying? Prosperity, y'all know how we do over here. But I got to give a couple shout outs real quick. I got to review through some things that we've been doing over here. Last week I I went and represented the station for a tribute show for a young MC and artist that like won awards out here in DC and Maryland, Virginia, and into the Pennsylvania, West Virginia borderlines with production. He won Male Vocals of the Year last year, and he passed away. Very young brother, but he passed away.
Oh man.
And he was a brother of the WBOKRadio.com family. He actually hosted the show while Miss Music and I were like, we got to go on vacation too, people. Like I personally on the East Coast, I'm not gonna lie, the Outer Banks is the bee's knees. But I said that it works, peaceful. But we were off, and so the brother D Bell and the brother Young Marley, who just passed, they handled the show. Mr. Mitchell brought them on. Their music is broadcasted through this station continuously, and I went to the tribute show. It was free to get in, but the card was crazy. Like I performed, and then we represented WBOKRadio.com in the building. We ended up raising like about $900 for his children for the Christmas fund. So
that's a blessing.
With him passing, coming up on Christmas, and babies still need what they need, and it was all MCs. It was MCs, it was managers, it was publicists, it was people that like all knew the brother and that all are a part of like the network. And I was very proud to represent WBOKRadio.com at that event because it meant a lot to them for WBOKRadio.com to be represented in that building because he made it to radio. Wow. And that was very big.
Oh my gosh.
And HNIC Mitchell, I asked.
That's my phone.
Yeah. Yeah, Young Marley. Great, wow producer. Like this brother in vocal.
Yeah. That's sad.
But I had asked Mr. Mitchell initially, and when I first got the news of it, because it's in my region, and Mr. Mitchell was like, "You better go. You better go. Yeah, you can represent us. Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, sir. Just don't throw the brand out there without permission." You know what I mean? But that happened. It was awesome. We did really well. It was peace, and it was right in the middle of like the hood where he like lived and operated out of, and it was intense. I wore like a vest and shirt and tie. It was different wearing Stacy's in the hood. They definitely appreciated WBOKRadio.com and the Encore Live Show being there, and I definitely want to take my time in my shout out period to give a shout out to everybody that participated in that event. The Elks Lodge there in Hagerstown, Maryland. Private, actually one of the African American Elks Lodges of the region that hosted the event and was very gracious. Definitely tolerated a lot of different aspects of having a hip hop tribute show. After which, Saturday, WBOKRadio.com was here in Frederick, Maryland at Cafe 611 for the Scorpio birthday bash. That went down awesome. I got to give a shout out to everybody that participated in the Ray Shine Celebrity birthday bash that happened down in DC. For my sister Kenilworth Katrina, for my brother Trife Gang and his wife Mrs. Gang, that two MCs that got married. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous when they got married, but when they go do shows, it's crazy. But to all the people that I'm gonna sum it up. To all the people that are out there on their grind, to everybody that really puts a portion of their day and a directive towards the goals, the small goals towards the large ones to accomplish. For the people for us that directly focus on the entertainment industry and towards accomplishing goals, we wish you nothing but blessings. We want positive forward movement for you. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how I get. Like, I'm gonna look straight in the camera. When artists come on this show, numbers better pop. Them numbers better pop. You better start seeing his YouTube views going up. I want them downloads going. You know how we do.
Amen.
Spend 99 cents to get 2 roll-ups.
It don't stop.
But you can spend 99 cents to not just push the like button, not just share, but spend 99 cents to download. You ain't gotta like the brother's whole album. Nobody that creates music says you should like every song I make.
Everything, right? Of course.
But out of a collective group of music that this brother's putting out, you can find one song that you say, I can spend 99 cents on that. I can spend $1 on that. All them dollars count up. All 50 states tuned in right now, 30 plus countries. Imagine if everybody tonight downloaded one song from this brother. It'd be a Merry Christmas. It'd be a Merry Christmas. It'd be Merry Christmas at Mr. Paparazzi's house.
It would.
But that's what we're supposed to do, and that's what's supposed to happen.
Exactly.
Let's make that happen. Mr. Paparazzi, I'm going to close my mouth. I got to do my final out, but I want to give you the floor to your final shout-outs, and, you know what I'm saying, let everybody know who you is, what's going on with you. Let everybody know where they can find your music.
Everybody.
Exactly. Everybody.
Everybody. And remember that
Everybody.
Will be available on the jukebox from WBOKRadio.com, so that when people say, where can I just listen to your music? We're like, go to WBOKRadio.com. Click on that. Yep.
There you go.
Right there. And then you go to the jukebox, and when you see my face, click on my face and the songs that were put on WBOKRadio.com. You can
there y'all go.
In your car, at work,
at home.
But let people know what's going on. Yeah, click on the.
What's up, world? Once again, y'all, this is Mr. Paparazzi. Man, here on WBOK Radio. Like my man was saying, you know, you guys can click on that play button. You hear everything that was played tonight live and direct effect. But you guys, I'm everywhere. You can find me on Facebook. You can type in Mr. Paparazzi. I have songs right there. I got Black Widow, that one I just played. That's actually, it's on every digital platform, every digital store. You can go download it right now. iTunes, Google Play, Rhapsody,
You can get it.
everywhere. X-Ray is actually coming out. I got a mixtape EP coming out. It's actually already about to get ready to be released again. I got a couple of projects. X-Ray is going to be on Changing the Script EP that's coming out at the end of this month. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a dope project, man. And it's going to be, you know, distributed everywhere. It's going to be able to download it, play it in your car, everywhere, on the whole album. It's called Changing the Script. iTunes, everywhere. Every digital store you can think of, it's going to be on there.
Right.
Changing the Script.
Changing script.
I'm telling you.
Everywhere, people. Everywhere.
That title is just
Yeah,
gonna
man.
you're gonna it's just gonna let you know just right there.
Boss
Changing the
man.
script. But you can also find me on YouTube. Actually, I go by C Palmer on YouTube. Everybody knows me as C Palmer as well too, besides Mr. Paparazzi. But you can type in C Palmer and listen to my songs on there as well. I got Black Widow on there. I got Reasons. I got Dragonfly. So everything. So
I just real quick. I know we're doing the wrap up.
Right.
I know we're doing the shout outs and the wrap up, but I never asked the most important question.
What's that?
Like they know why they call me Yogi One Yo. They know why they call me Miss Music. Why they call you Mr. Paparazzi, yo?
Oh man, I was waiting on that. You know, I wasn't even
that. Like on top of the Cinnabon.
Yeah, you put the ice in. You gotta go everything. Like no, I'm playing. But that name was given to me by a guy out here, one of the biggest promoters here in Dallas, named George Lopez. And shout out to him as well. And he just said that name, it fits me. It stands for because you have energy and excitement, and you know, you're full of life. So he just started calling me Mr. Paparazzi after I have a song called Paparazzi, and he said that fits me. And so I was listening and I kind of liked it. And then, you know, and then when he gave me the meaning behind it, and he was explaining to me why he called me that, because it's like, you're full of life. It's showtime. It means showtime. And I was like, man, I dig that. So ever since now, I've been called Mr. Paparazzi, and everybody, they digging it. They love it. So here I am, a.k.a. Mr. Paparazzi.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you kill a live international radio interview. That is how you do that. Mr. Paparazzi, live, direct, raw. Y'all don't want when you got the cue cards. Y'all want the raw. Y'all want to know what's up with the best talent in the world. Y'all want to know what's up with the best talent in your region. You want to know what's up with the best talent on your block? Tune in to WBOKRadio.com and the Encore live show. Hey, we go video. We got you on that so you can put a face.
Man, for sure.
We have our call-in. We have our call-in shows too, where you can call in and ask questions to the artists. We bring you all that. But one thing most of the people that tune in are fans of the music. For the people that are artists out there, man, that tune into the show and want to see the caliber of artists and the dynamic of what happens with WBOKRadio.com and the Encore live show, submit your music. www.wbokradio@gmail.com. Submit your music. Submit your videos.
Amen.
Submit your music. Submit your believe. Jump out there. If it's not right,
You don't know.
if we got pride, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it.
Amen. Amen.
At least you have the courage to jump. We're gonna fix it. That's all you need is the courage to jump. But we want to hear it. We want to broadcast it. We want to be a part of that network that artists can say, I had so many doubts. I had so much of this and so much of that. And then I heard my music played all over the world while I was talking to Yogi 1AO and Miss Music.
Blessing.
And this dude H&IC Mitchell gave me my jump start in the game. And you know what we're gonna say? Hey,
shout out to Mr. Mitchell.
We interviewed them like 4 years ago. Happy birthday. What's going on, youngin? You know. But nah, like and all jokes aside, we really appreciate you, Mr. Paparazzi, for coming and enjoying this family, because we know that like when it comes to like imagery, like who you choose to associate your name with and radio stations and radio hosts, it's important about your image and everything. We definitely appreciate you taking the time on your Saturday evening to sit down and open up who you are and vibe with us. I hope it was fun for you.
It was very fun, man. I appreciate you guys having me too, man. I thank you guys as well.
No, everybody's looking at you right now.
That is fine. I'm glad. Hello, everybody. Now, I appreciate you guys having me too, man, and just taking the time. You know, that's a blessing, you know, and I appreciate you guys too. I love you guys for that.
Man, hey, we appreciate you too. And we love that word love. Just don't give me false hope.
Oh, I sure won't, man. None of that over here.
I had a very rough upbringing. The word love means so much to me. Nah, but we love you, man. That's what it is over here. WBOK.
Love y'all too, man.
The Encore live show, that's our goal, man. To spread the love, to let people know that direct guidance, perseverance, the heart, an objective that you have in you, who you are as a person, just be that person. And there is something that can come of it. Something can come of it, but you have to be convicted to it. You got to be convicted to it. As much as you're convicted to curse when something bad happens in your life.
Right.
When you have a good footstep in the right direction, praise that moment.
Amen.
And let that be the energy that carries you to your next moment.
Sure will. Yes, sir.
I get talked to by a whole bunch of adults. I don't just adult by myself. I'm not allowed.
Right, I'm not allowed to be an adult yet either.
This is bits and pieces of things that were literally said to me like within an hour of us going live on the air. Like I absorb it, I put it back out. You know, shout out my team. You know what I mean? Shout out my people. Everybody. I'm not. Another time we gotta wrap this up. But yo, shout out, man. Really love.
Appreciate it, man.
Really love
Much
it,
love,
man. Thank you for being organic too. Like you didn't get all weird because you're live on air.
Nah, man. Just be
fun over. I'm like, man, I don't know what to say to him. He look tense. Like,
all natural over here, baby.
Everybody panic. Everybody's looking at me. I don't know what to do with my hands. No, just you know what I mean. I appreciate that from you. I appreciate you.
No problem, man.
With us and being organic, brother. Hey yo,
Yogi One,
yo. Young Original Gangster Imperial, the one and only, WBOKRadio.com. You know, if you can't remember what the terminology, we gonna be okay. That's why I tell people like, yo, just look up the we gonna be okay radio.com. They're like, that makes sense. I got that. WBOKRadio.com, the Encore live show, each and every Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We want to thank Torrance, California, and Dallas, Texas.
Salute.
Salute.
Cali Kid, man, I gotta do it.
Cali Kid, we gotta bring that in there. We got to.
But I wanna salute the efforts of the people. I want to salute not just the artists, but I want to salute the community that this artist is in and is around and has an influence on for himself, for the blessings, and for taking this time to sit down on a Saturday, because a whole bunch of other things we can do as grown men on a Saturday.
Right. No, it was wonderful, man.
Entertainment. We about this business. All right, y'all.
That's right.
I'm gonna stop robbing the mic. I'm gonna stop robbing the light. I might just rhyme good tonight. I don't know.
We're going to go ahead.
Hey, yo, stay up. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay motivated. Y'all stay educated. Y'all stay driven.
Amen.
Y'all stay listening to that little person in the back of your mind that says, you can still do it. Even though this happened, you can still get it because you can. Stay up, man. As long as you can, connect with us and tune in with us and click on WBOKRadio.com. or click on WBOKRadio@gmail.com and submit your music and let us know what you're going through, man. Get that music. Find out what's going on. We continue and we promise to continue to bring you the best in entertainment. We've had some of the best in entertainment on tonight. We want to thank the brother, Mr. Paparazzi, for letting us into his mind and let us know the person behind the music.
Man, thank y'all for having me, man.
And to be so comfortable. I love when interviews aren't weird.
Amen. That's right. That's the way it's supposed to be, man.
But we want everybody to remember this evening, no matter where you're at in the world, this is something we can share. This is something.
Thank y'all for listening.
This is one thing we can share besides music. This is one thing we can share this evening. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be able to do this. Hold on, let me say the date right. It is Saturday, November 4th, 2017. It's daylight savings time.
Yep.
At 2 a.m., wherever you're at, turn it back. You get an extra hour of sleep. It's daylight savings time.
Right.
Remember that WBOKRadio.com reminded you of that when you get the extra hour. I want y'all to wake up and tune in. All right, we're going to let it go. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay motivated. We're going to holler at y'all next week where we'll bring you another dope artist where we sit down and chill and get into the mind and music of another great talent. Man, Miss Music, I'm going to holler at you. Keep it gravy down there in Tampa. H&IC Mitchell, I see you, big dog. Let's keep it growing, baby. All right, y'all. Until next time, WBOKRadio.com, the Encore Live Show. Yogi One Yo, Miss Music.
Peace out, people.
Peace out.
Down, baby.